Good afternoon. I'm Senator Jean Atherton, and I'm chairman of the United Bermuda Party, and I'm here today with my colleagues, with the party leader, with our candidate, and with our candidate's family and friends and supporters to introduce to you the United Bermuda Party candidate for constituency 26.
Thank you, Party Chairman Senator Jean Atherton. Friends, it is a proud day for me to stand here before you today and introduce to you Mr. Devrae Noel-Simmons, our candidate for Warwick South Central constituency number 26. I've had the pleasure and privilege of working closely with Devrae for the past 18 months as he's been a part of our team, working in constituencies, helping the party, and really putting together his enthusiasm and energy into helping us move forward. As you know, public safety, gang violence, crime prevention is issue number one in this community. My candidate, our candidate here today, stands ready and poised to tackle this and other issues that come before us. I certainly know that our candidate today comes with a wide range of experience. He knows how to deal with issues. He certainly had to confront a few challenges in his life. What I'm proud to do today is to introduce you to someone who has been able to dust himself off, pick himself up, get involved in making a difference in the community, and is prepared to put himself forward to make a difference in this country. That's what Bermuda needs. That's what we in the United Bermuda Party support. And that's why I'm so happy and proud today to stand here in this great community of Warwick, where I have so many friends and family, and introduce to you Mr. Devrae Noel-Simmons, candidate for the United Bermuda Party in constituency 26.
Devrae, thank you very much. Good afternoon, good afternoon. Thank you very much. That was very kind words. Like many people, I had lots of ideas and opinions, but never had an interest in actively serving in politics. I was more interested at the time in experiencing life in different countries and cultures. However, this attitude was dramatically reversed when I was first introduced to politics by a young, energetic, and inspirational Bermudian by the name of Keith Young. His energy has inspired me. It inspired me to look closer at my own sense of worth as a Bermudian and what I could do to help my fellow citizens. The passion that drove me to search out more than what I thought my life could be has always been enforced by my mother, Rhoda Simmons-Wellman, my grandmother, Winifred Simmons, who passed away June 2001, but who stayed alive long enough to see me graduate her first grandchild from Anderson Junior College, but also from Howard University in Washington, D.C. Despite any shortcomings that I may have, I, Devrae Noel-Simmons, know that I can make a difference. In the United Bermuda Party, I found people from all ways of life who are committed to making Bermuda a better place for all Bermudians. In the United Bermuda Party, I found that I could make a difference and bring about positive change for Bermuda. I am deeply honored to be chosen to represent this party in this election, and I look forward to meeting in their home the voters of this constituency to discuss with them their issues and concerns. I, like many other young Bermudians, have made errors in judgment. I am not without fault. I was arrested on December 31st, 2008 and was given a suspended sentence for possession of drugs. Thankfully, that served as my personal wake-up call, because since then, that time I have determined to change my attitude and become a better member of society and not be part of the problem or end up a statistic like many young black men in Bermuda, whether educated or not. I knew then and that I had to strive to come up with solutions to help solve the growing problems facing Bermuda. Now, I've been out canvassing, so after listening to voters in this constituency, they have a number of concerns. Public safety being number one. The public have the right to feel safe in their own homes and neighborhoods and we must deal with and overcome gun violence. The public have a right to work for the day and know that when they return to their home, it is the same as when they left it. I understand these issues because there are escalating crime, social misbehaviors from both sides of the equation. I have worked as a security and event supervisor both overseas and in Bermuda for over 18 years. And I have noticed a steady increase in violence, not only in the bar and nightclub scene, but around the island in general. I have noted that the criminal appears to be getting younger and exhibits a no-fear attitude and a lack of respect for authority, family, and community. There's the national debt. As responsible parents, we should not allow our children's children to start off their lives in a poverty-stricken island because the present government could not control unnecessary spending. We need to reduce this debt and control government spending.
Hear, hear.
Economy. These tough economic times, we need to believe that if we come together as Bermudians, not as individuals, with our heads in the sand and isolated, but work as one community,
Indeed.
we can stop the negative trickle-down effect that affects us all. This includes sustaining our tourism industry and getting back our national pride and respect. Employment, job security. As a small business owner, I have 2 businesses, so I know firsthand how tough these economic times have been on our country's hard-working men and women. Since 1992, I have provided many individuals with work opportunities. I believe in training my staff as this adds value to the abilities they have, making them more marketable. I recognize the challenges that come with the increasing taxes and the affordability of healthcare. Education. We owe it to our young people to give them the best start in life and to provide them with personal value through education and social guidance. I have always tried to educate and influence the young people I come into contact with as a personal trainer, professional athlete, security supervisor, and fraternity brother. Through education, we can empower our young people to become our future leaders and help to protect this beautiful island we all love so much. I want to leave you with this. To allow a child to see their potential mentally and physically is always the ultimate challenge. The raw and uncultivated talent is amazing, but to be expected. The reward is getting them to see the vision that they want for themselves and they then achieving it. Thank you very much.
I'd like to say one thing. Obviously, we could have had this conference in our office in Hamilton, but campaigns are one on the doorstep, which was why it was very important to come out into Constituency 26 and to continue the canvassing that we've started, and as Devrae said, to continue to meet with the constituents to talk about their issues. We obviously have lots of people here. Some of them you'll see later on when we start rolling out our candidates, but also people that represent the diversity of Bermuda and the new diversity that is, if you will, coming forward as Bermuda tries to deal with issues and get lots of people involved in the process. We want to give you the opportunity to ask some questions, and so Devrae is ready to field them.
Congratulations on being selected as a candidate for number 26, but what has been the reception like from the residents of the area as you go about canvassing, bearing in mind the margin by which the PRP won this seat in the last general election?
Well, so far it's been actually pretty good. I think it's been a welcome diversity. The fact that there actually is a candidate for this constituency that's young and vibrant. People know my career, they followed it. Some people have known me through security, and they definitely know me through personal training. So they see me as a strong person, physically and mentally. You know, loyal to the cause. I'm a team player. You know, and I like to go forward on that notion.
What would you feel perhaps that it could have a negative impact on the campaign?
No, not at all. No, not at all. I mean, I have to look at it as a process. I went through a process. That part of my life now I've succeeded from. I've picking up, as the party leader said, I've dusted myself off, and now I stand before you as a candidate for constituency 26.
And if I can just add one thing to that. You know, it's one thing to say crime is the #1 issue in the country, but it's another thing to have the courage to stand up, look it in the face, and address it. And why I am so proud of this young man to put himself forward here today is because you have someone who's motivated and committed to helping people not make the same mistake.
Yes.
And you have to look at this country and say, this country isn't about business as usual anymore. This country has problems that's impacting on young Dante, his son, your family, my family, and we've got to deal with it. And if we can get more Devrae Noel-Simmons to stand up and to look the problems in the face and say, look, I'm here to make a difference. I'm here to make a change in this community. I've done it in my life. That's what we need to do. We need to do this wholesale across this island, up and down the breadth of this country.
Yes.
Bring more people to the forefront and put them up against the test, because he, without saying, cast the first stone, I say, but this young man has put himself forward, and I'm proud to stand beside him. Very proud. And that's what we need to see more of in this country. Courage to face tough issues, courage to look inward, courage to do what's right, in spite of. And that's why I'm proud. I am proud to be here today in this community to put forward Devrae Noel-Simmons.
Mr. Simmons, what are the issues highlighted by the residents, by the voters in this constituency during your canvassing?
So far, what I've just described, definitely you're looking at public safety as being #1 issue. With the recent amount of break-ins, you know, just the social misbehaviors, that is their main concern. They are trying to develop their communities. I think what we need to do at the beginning is just try and assess all this, take it in, and then see how we, the United Bermuda Party, can resolve these issues. Because at the end of the day, it, like the party chairman said, it affects us all. What happens in one parish is going to affect somebody else in another parish. We saw that where a Sands man left Sands to try and break in down in Devonshire Smiths. You know, crime affects us all, and if we don't start taking hold of our communities and taking ownership, then it's going to be rampant. And remember, this is only a few. This is not everyone. But these few are causing us to be fearful in our own homes and in our own neighborhoods. I should not have to worry about my son every day. Every day. If he rides his bike, it should be fine, because that's the life I grew up in. My mother didn't know. All she knew was that I was down the street. Now, I can let my son, out of 5 feet, 10 feet, out of my sight. That's concerning.
One last question for me. You said that you're prepared to address the issues in this community. What are the solutions that you have?
Well, the solutions that I have, I've just talked with the United Bermuda Party, we talked with the chairman. So until we come up with some concrete ideas, I mean, I have some ideas, but I need to discuss it with the United Bermuda Party first to make sure that everything that I'm saying, they're saying.
Obviously, we are very pleased to be here, and I mean, Devrae didn't enumerate everything, but if we have a little flyer that we put out, and in that he talks about some of the other issues up here, like the traffic that goes along what we call the Spice Valley, the Spice Lane. These are all things that as Devrae continues to canvass, we will be looking at. Some of them will represent issues that are in other parishes. Some of them will be unique to this particular constituency, but it's going to be part and parcel of the process of saying that we're going to get out and give people a change, give people another, if you will, another individual to carry forward their issues and to make sure that they're addressed.